I've been so lucky to have received so many beautiful eyeshadow palettes in PR over the past few months, and I've also been purchasing a few as well. Of course, sometimes you just have to. But today I am going to be ranking my last 10 eyeshadow palettes that I have either received or bought. Now there's quite a few in front of me, there's 10, and I'm really excited. This was really hard because something I'm going to say right now is that none of these are bad quality. All of these are so pretty, but a lot of the things that I'm thinking about are color preference, color story, how much use am I realistically going to get out of this palette. I don't know, that's what I'm thinking about today, and that is what I'm going into this video thinking about, because otherwise they would all just be number one. But just before we do jump into the video, if you have not already, like and subscribe. I'm trying to hit 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and I really think that we can do it. Every day we're edging closer and closer to that magic goal, and I'm just so excited. I have so much love. Thank you so much if you have supported me here on my channel. But with that being said, I'm going to stop plugging and I'm gonna jump straight into it. So at number 10, again, this breaks my heart to say this, but number 10 is my The Pastel Roses Crushed Diamonds palette number 2. So this is a pink palette, and I'm not a pink girl. I don't like pink eyeshadow, it's just not for me. This is 100% personal preference and literally nothing else. I love the quality of this. I love the Pastel Roses. You can get 20% off with the code Caitlin20, that is not affiliated, just in case this is your cup of tea, and also because I do have other Pastel Roses palettes in this ranking as well. It's just the color story. I'm just not a pink girl. I'm a blue girl. I love blues. I love smoky tones. I love cool tones. These unfortunately just are not the tones for me, and that's completely fine. I'm not here to bash on the pinks. I know a lot of people love pinks. I know a lot of people love this palette. If you are a pink girl, this palette is amazing for you. Again, it is not the quality. It is just the color story, and a lot of you guys know I'm not a pink lover, and that's okay. There's two beautiful duochromes in here, two beautiful matte shades. They perform stunning. They are stunning, but it's just the color story for me. So we have kind of like an iridescent-y pink to green, and then we also have a deeper kind of pinky lavendery purple shade as well. Literally perfect. Something I love about these palettes, and there's a few more in this video, is that there are two blending shades which make a perfect look together, and then there are two duochromes that you could use with that as well. So you have some choice. It's really beginner friendly. It's just gorgeous, but unfortunately, I'm not a pink girl. Okay, number 9. This was a little bit strange. This one was one that wasn't... I'm just gonna say it. This is the Shall We Somber Garden eyeshadow palette, and looking at this, I really want to change it. I really want to budge it up a little bit, but I'm gonna stay true to my guns because I know myself. If I make an exception for one, I'll make an exception for all of them, and I can't do that. This color story is definitely a little bit more me, but I do have some issues with it. So issue number 1 is that all of the shimmers are purple. You can tell that there's not just purples in this palette. We have some blues, we have some greens, we have a bright mint here. So why are all the shimmers purple? That's something that I'm not too keen on. I like to have a shimmer that kind of goes with every color story in here, but unfortunately a lot of them are just purple. This one has a very bright green flip to it, which is something a little bit different. But as you can see, this shade, and then these two shades here, they are more purple leaning. I'd like some more variety. Also, the mattes are quite dry. However, that's not necessarily a bad thing. I like to start my looks with the darkest shade first. I don't do that with this. With this one, it is a lot easier to do your lightest first and then go to darkest. So I did have a little bit of a learning curve with this, but it wasn't too bad. I'm not going to sit here and slag it off and say that it's awful. If you love these tones, I would 100% recommend this palette. I think it is so beautiful. I do have an affiliate link down below. All of these palettes will be linked down below, of course. So if this is your kind of color story and you like those purple grungy tones, this is definitely the one for you. But just keep in mind, The shimmers, I feel, limit this palette just a bit, but if you love purple, that will not be a limit at all. That will be a pro. The duochrome formulas in here are stunning, amazing, beautiful, 10 out of 10. It's not that. It is just my personal gripes. I had to literally pick these palettes apart because they are so good. All of them are so good. I didn't want any of them to be in the bottom 5, but some had to be, and unfortunately, that is my reasoning why. Let's move on to palette number 8. This is the Pastel Roses Rose Delights palette. This was very kindly sent to me in PR. And this, again, it's the color story. I love blues and smoky tones, and unfortunately this just hasn't been used that much for me. It is still a beautiful palette. It is still gorgeous. It's stunning. It goes without saying. I'm sorry, my baby, but it's just a little bit neglected. To be honest, reds do scare me quite a lot, but you know what? I think they look really cute with my eyes. Every time I wear red eyeshadow, it really brings my blue eyes out. So I really need to do it, but they just scare me a lot. I don't know what it is. I do have the Ice Dream. The Frozen Dreams? That's the one. The Frozen Dreams palette from the Pastel Roses. Beautiful, stunning. That is my color story. It's very cool tone, very blue, love. This one pushes me, but I like to have palettes in my collection that push me a little bit because otherwise I'd be doing blue looks every single day. This is something that I really want to challenge myself to use a lot more. I think it's a really nice autumnal palette. You could spin it to be a little bit winter toned as well with this pop of blue, this pop of green, these reds. I think that could be really festive. And once again, it goes without saying, I'm so unbelievably grateful to everyone who has sent me PR. I love you all so much. Someone had to be at the bottom. I think the quality of this is stunning. It goes without saying. It's the Pastel Roses. Of course it's stunning. These reds terrify me, and then a lot of neutrals. I am wearing neutrals today because I actually reviewed one of these palettes today. I actually reviewed 2 of these palettes today. I've been on a roll today, but this unfortunately is palette number 8. I need to use it more though, because even talking about it, I'm like, she's pretty though. Okay, palette number 7. This again breaks my heart. I actually have not touched this, and I've had this for a while now, over a month I think I've had this, so I need to actually use it. This is the Pastel Roses Quad, and it is the quad number 1 in the Crushed Diamonds collection. You can see that this is a very warm kind of neutral quad, and I'm a cool tone girl. We've been through this. I'm a cool tone absolute lover, but because I have actually not used this, I literally can't rank it any higher because I have not used it. I can't believe I'm saying this. How have I not used this? I have actually put this in my everyday makeup drawer series for this month because I'm determined I am going to use it. I am not going to have palettes just neglected in my collection. Even though this is a very neutral palette, I do go for more colourful tones normally. I'm determined to use it. It is stunning. Again, very similar to the pink version. You have a deepening matte, you have a blending matte, you have a lid shade, an inner corner shade, and this is not just a white. This is a white with bright yellow flips in it. So stunning. The quality is so good. I'm going to say this so many times in this video. The quality is amazing. It is not the quality at all. It's just the color story. But don't worry, because there are some Pastel Roses palettes at the top end. Unfortunately, again, some things just had to be at the bottom. They are not bad though. I'm actually really looking forward to this for a work day. I might bring it home from the studio tonight. I'm in the office tomorrow. This could be a really nice toned down palette for every day, but still with some duochromes, because that is what we love here on this channel. Such good quality. Color story, not quite for me. Now, let's jump on to 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Number 6. This is a palette that I reviewed today, this morning. This is the BeautyBay Celestial Charms eyeshadow palette, and you can see it is very deep. However, I can't put this any higher just because of, again, the color story. It is very pink leaning, it's very purple. We've been through this. I'm not a pink purple kind of girl, and that is absolutely fine to say. but the quality of this is just drop dead gorgeous. I did this look today with this palette, and honestly, taking it off to do this look broke my heart. Honestly, it broke my heart, but I still love this look as well, and we will talk about this look a little bit later on in the video. This is very pink. If you cover up these two teals, I'm not interested in this palette, but give me those teals and oh my goodness me, I'm all ears. So I really did actually like this palette. I'm glad I picked it up. I pushed myself out my comfort zone a little bit. And again, I really like doing that. This is very new. Like, I first used this morning, so please take this with a little bit of a pinch of salt because I've not been able to do a second impressions with this yet. However, I think it's really nice. The quality is perfect. It is stunning. Would I like some more different shimmers? Yes. Would I like some lighter tones? Yes. But overall, it is gorgeous. I can see myself using this kind of taupey shade. I can see myself using these teals. I can see myself using some of the deeper, grungier tones. The shade Galaxy is stunning. Stop it right now. Absolutely gorgeous. I can't rank it higher. I just can't rank it higher because it is not my dream palette. It is not something that I am reaching for every single day and that I just absolutely love and cherish. It is really nice, but color story wise, again, not quite up my street. And that is absolutely fine. So we're going to top 5. How exciting. In 5th place, this is the top half of this video, I have got this. This is the Odens Eternal Twilight eyeshadow palette, and this was very kindly sent to me in PR as well. So you can see on one side is really, really warm tones, and then on the other side are some cool tones, the best of both worlds. Now this is huge, and a lot of you guys were saying this is massive, and I agree, but honestly, I really, really like it. A lot of people were saying that they could have split this into 2 palettes, and yes, I agree. However, as a content creator, I know this is a little bit niche because obviously most people are not content creators, but I really like having both of these in one palette because it pushes me to actually use them. If they were sold separately, I'd have just got this palette. I wouldn't have bought the other side, but I like having the other side because it's there and I can push myself and I can be creative and do something a little bit different. However, I get from a consumeristic standpoint, I understand 2 palettes would have been nice. I do really like the quality of this. The shade Guard is absolutely stunning. It reminds me of Colourpop Ritz. And then these grungy cool tones are beautiful. This is my kind of palette. We're going to see in the latter half of this video a lot more cool tone color stories. I feel like we've spoken about a lot of warm tones right now. But just wait, the smokiness is coming. I think this is gorgeous. I love this palette so much. And for an everyday look as well, this is absolutely perfect, especially this more warm, neutral side. I think it's beautiful. I have done a full review of this, of course, and I'm so grateful to be put on Odens PR list because, oh my god, it's such a pinch me moment. What do you think of this palette? There are a lot of 2 ways with this. I feel like you either love it or you hate it. Let me know down below. I really, really like it. I think it's an absolute staple. And now let's move on to palette number 4. And this is, again, Odens Eye. This is the Odens Eye Solmane 2 Moon Wish palette. And this is a lot more colorful. I feel like it actually has a bit more of a color story rather than half and half. This is like a sunset celestial dream. And I love that vibe. I love the celestial kind of vibe that this is giving. I love these colors. It has a taupe, which is so up my street. It has those pops of blues that I am absolutely dying for. And it also has some purples. If I'm into like a purple mood one day, who knows, who knows? This is so pretty and I'm so, so grateful that I received this in PR. I think this has some sentimental value because this was the first palette that Odens Eye ever sent to me, and honestly, pinch me. Such a pinch me moment. I'm so obsessed with this. There is this shade Star, and I've spoken about this a few times. This is very low pigment, and if you want a wham pam kind of shade, you do need to build this up quite a lot. I have noticed that a few times with Odens eye mattes, sometimes they do require a little bit of building, but once you put in that effort and once you really build it up, it looks absolutely stunning. The shimmers are to die for. The shimmers are straight out of a celestial dream, and I love stars, I love space, and I love planets, and I love all things like that, and this just embodies that so well. Look at this. It is so beautiful, and I just can't wait to keep using it. It is one of those palettes, I don't want it to just get neglected in my drawers. I want this to be loved. I want this to be used and abused. I want this to have so many pans in it, and I don't know, I think it will, because even now I'm looking at it and it's pretty used, which is amazing. The duochromes are stunning, like cannot complain at all about this palette. I just think so pretty, and also very sentimental as well. All right, we're in top 3, which is so exciting. So let's talk about palette number 3, and it is what I'm wearing on my eyes today. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Sugar palette, and I have just filmed my review of this a few hours ago, and I really like it. Again, take it with a pinch of salt because I have not been able to do a second impression, but right now, I'm in love. This is what I want from a palette. From the pictures online, these mattes all looked very pink, but in person, they are very taupe. This is the kind of blend that I absolutely love. Blue and taupes together are stunning, and these 3 shimmers in this row are so sparkly and just high impact and so beautiful that it makes my heart sing. It makes my heart melt. I absolutely adore this so far. I've swatched all the shades and I've tried to use as many shades as possible in this eye look today. They are all so creamy, so rich, so beautiful. This is the ABH I miss. We all miss old school ABH. I think this is a very good comeback from ABH. They have not done eyeshadows in so long, and finally they are doing eyeshadows again, and I think this is such a win. It's something a little bit different as well, and it's just beautiful. The packaging, the whole experience, it's like a magnetic close. I just love it so much, and I'm so excited to keep working on this and to keep using this and to keep loving this. Okay, top 2. In number 2 spot, this is the Pastel Roses Crushed Diamonds quad, and this is the 3rd quad in the series. You can tell a lot more smoky, a lot more cool tone. We're moving up into those cool tone color stories now. This is a beautiful mauvey cool tone taupe palette, and it is so beautiful. This is one of my everyday palettes. You can see it has been used quite a bit, and again, it's got those 2 beautiful duochromes in there. I'm in love. So again, we're sticking with the theme of a deepening shade, a blending shade, 2 shimmers, literally to die for. This is like a purple to blue duochrome, and then this is like a grey with a little bit of pink. These shimmers aren't just shimmers, they are in your face character shimmers. Like, I know a powder can't have character, but to me it does. To me, this has a lot of character, and I love it so much. These 2 shades blended together are just so perfect, and I just love them so much. This is definitely more me. You can even tell from this eye look today. I feel like this palette could have made something similar to this. I just really like it. The quality of the Pastel Roses is never in doubt. It is always top notch. It is always stunning, and I am always so happy to receive things from them in PR. I'm always so happy to spend my own money on them because I know they're going to be amazing. It's just a question of color story sometimes, and this is the one for me. I love this so much. Beautiful. If you're looking for some really cheap quads, all of these quads are $11.99 plus my 20% off code. They are so good for every day. And now let's talk number 1. Are you ready? Some keen people will know what this is. This is the Pastel Roses Crushed Diamonds in the shade quad number 4, and this is an iridescent quad, and let me tell you, this is the most stunning thing I have ever seen in my life. They all look white in the pan, but each of them have a super strong duochrome flip. You can transform any look with this. This this is stunning. This is a yellow. So I've popped that there for an example. You can see in the light, it is so strongly yellow. What I love this quad for is just doing a neutral look and then popping one of these on the lid. And in the lights, it is so strong and flippy and colorful and beautiful. And it just makes any boring old look stunning and amazing and high quality and something a little bit different. It is just taken my breath away every time. I remember when I saw this first being advertised, I was so excited for this because these cost so much money from any other brand. $11.99 for 4 beautiful opalescent shades. And I literally cannot get over it. The price, the quality, everything about this is stunning. I'm so obsessed with everything. It's so good. It is so good. And I just can't say anything more about it. So this is it. This is ranking my last 10 eyeshadow palettes. What do you think? What is your favorite eyeshadow palette from this list? Let me know all your thoughts and opinions down below. But this is where I'm gonna love you and leave you today, guys. I hope you had an incredible day and I will see you tomorrow for a brand new video. Bye bye.